All right. Welcome to GUFON. That's right. It is now GUFON. No more radio stream. Can you dig it? So it is, what is today? Wednesday, August the 12th, 2020. And today I got a pretty good one here for you. Let me get rid of this because you deserve the best. I want to welcome everybody. Yeah, it is now GUFON. And just to keep everybody on top of the new schedule, these shows will be random during the day. I'll never know when they're going to come out. They can come out as early as 7 a.m., 9, 1, now. It doesn't matter. You will get a minimum of 1 video a day, up to 3. Never any more than that unless there's news. The 2-hour show is now Saturday and Sunday, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. We're starting this weekend, but that may change when October hits. So I don't know, but that's where we're at. So Saturday and Sunday, you get the 2-hour show. During the week, you get these 3 news shows or whatever you want to call them. Mini shows. Yeah, the minis. So I want to start off with a sighting real quick before we get into this evidence that may suggest those 3 videos that the Navy put out, that To the Stars Academy claims their own, may be misidentified, which is what I've been saying since day 2. Day 1, I was like, wow. Day 2, I was like, nah. So here's a UFO sighting that is being deemed an airplane. Now, do you remember the one that Third Phase did a few days back where the girl saw it from the airplane and it looked like a Tic Tac? We're getting a lot of those. And I don't know if it's some sort of alien invasion or what. It's not, I know. But here's one other video that is being deemed an airplane. You be the judge, of course. So can we get that in full screen, Rich? Okay. Get that out of there. Beautiful, right? It's like, is it? Or, I mean, what are we doing now? Is everything going to look like this? All right, what's going on? I had internet issues again. Come on. I see it's working. Not here. This is weird, huh? I hope you guys can hear me. Well, you saw it. I guess that's, yeah, here's the other one. Remember this? This is the other. Okay, God. This was the other one. My God, they look similar. Is that an airplane? I don't know. All right, let's get to the nitty gritty here of the show. Now, there is a video out there. See, Mick West, he thinks, here's what his tweet says. I'll pull it up. Does the gimbal UFO video become more understandable as a glare if you view it at its actual size? The video was recorded with 2x digital mode. Here's what it might have looked like without the digital cropping. The glare is tiny. The super hot engine behind it, smaller still. Huh?
That is the one I said. Well, if there's a other thing, that is the one I said. Well, if there's a other thing, that is the one I said. Well, if there's
I don't know. Boy, that is annoying. Now, Nathan and myself are looking for a video. I know I've seen it, of somebody who explains what all this stuff means. I was told from my father's friend who was a pilot, retired, said, "Oh yeah, this looks wrong." He goes, "It looks good, but there," he goes, "there's some things wrong." I go, "Like what?" He goes, "Well, I need to put it on a screen. I can't really see it in the small." But he goes, "Something's wrong with this." And I said, "Okay." He says it was training. I don't know. I'll have to. I may get a audio recording of my dad's friend. All right. So then there's a guy who explains how the camera works, which is very interesting. This is very technical jargon. So if you don't want to learn how this camera works, this guy works with these cameras. If you don't want to learn how this works and why we may be seeing something that really isn't there, that is an airplane, not a UFO, this guy's going to explain it. It's gimbal, UFO at FLIR video rotation explained by a depot level FLIR technician. This comes from Dave Fouch. So I appreciate this.
I'm a depot level
Check it out.
technician, and today I'd like to explain to you what I think about the gimbal UFO FLIR video. This is the one that has the object
It's as loud as it gets.
appears to be moving independent of the horizon instead of the whole scene moving as such. And in this video, I'd like to explain to you why I think that's exactly what happens. So some debunkers look at this patent that they found online. Okay, it's got a bunch of
The audio's low, not me, it's him.
diagrams. Look at all these things. I don't know what's going on with this. Optical pass. Man, confusing. I don't know what to make of this. Big long explanation of what's going on. Don't know. Then they're like, hey, well, we found something. There's a derotation device. See how it has rotation in the name? It's right there. It's on the diagram. So somewhere in the lens is there, something goofy's going on, and that's probably what's making that whole glaring, flaring thing going on. Got to happen, right? It's got to be it. So the question is, does this object only appear to rotate due to the internal lenses of this derotation device? These internal lenses that somehow refract the image? And the answer is no. This video will explain why. Disclaimer. In this video, all thoughts are my own. I represent no company or government agency. Hey, this is Dave here. Today I'd like to talk about the gimbal video that was released not too long ago.
I should have started it here.
Controversial rotation. So I work as a depot level FLIR technician and a government contractor as such. So what does that mean? FLIR technician is somebody who works on forward-looking infrared, or FLIR. What kind of work do I do on them? Well, I repair them, I test them, I maintain them, upgrade them, program them, that kind of thing. Depot level means I have pretty much the highest level of getting involved with these systems. I can break them all down to nuts and bolts and build them all right back up again. So I have an insight on what's going on in that scene. Let's see what we can figure out here today. Hypothesis. The gimbal object does rotate independent of the horizon, and it moves as a whole unaltered object. This can be easily explained in terms of the optics involved. This can also be explained without disclosing proprietary information. Take this video I recorded of an FA-18 moving away from me. The heat signature from the jet makes a peculiar pulsing and a sharp spiking. Some people refer to this as glaring or flaring. Here's another video of an FA-18. This time it's banking. You can see the heat signature change as well as the jet changing itself. After comparing these videos to the gimbal video, I reached out to my friend, filmmaker Jeremy Corbell, to discuss the matter. He suggested I make this video that you're seeing right now. All right, so there's a picture of the ant FLIR, which I crudely represented here. A couple of tubes and an 8-ball. but it'll get the point across. Let's assume this is the body-mounted infrared camera. This is going to be your optics group. It rotates independently of the body camera, thus changing the horizon.
Pat,
And this
thank you.
will be your elevation.
$20
Up and
super
down
chat.
like this, yes. It cannot move left to right.
See that?
Okay, in this video path illustration, we see that the roll gimbal, which would be your optics, and the body mounted, which is illustrated there, are separated by line A, which would be
right. Okay.
That is your separation, your demarcation, if you will.
Oh, the background is wrong. Oh, no, it's right.
Let's talk about infrared
No, it's
optics.
wrong.
This might be a little confusing, so I'll go through it kind of slow.
This guy's confusing me.
As far as infrared optics, when you think about lenses...
Just so people don't, just so you understand, red is the first video of the day, yellow would be the second video of the day, and green would be the third video of the day. I think I'm going to switch it. Maybe I should do red as the last. Yeah, let's go green, because that's how we kick off the day with the first video. Yellow, yeah, it's yellow. And then red is the last video. So you'll know what video of the day this one went up. I just thought I would create a little bit of pay attention. You know what I mean? All right. Did we lose track of what this guy's talking about yet? I mean, it's interesting. I understand the difference, but it just takes him forever to get there.
In windows, things that look like this, it could be made of silicone or germanium, something like that. They're semiconductor metalloids. They allow the infrared wavelength to pass through. In terms of windows, they can also configure the infrared. And what I mean by that is, if you have a focus lens, it'll obviously focus. The same with a zoom. There can be a continuous zoom or a flip zoom, step zoom.
All right. Anyway, I'm going to put the link in the description. He's explaining how different parts of that camera can still record, even though the plane may be moving, the gimbal. I mean, everybody, if you know cameras, you know gimbal, you know how it works. I don't understand why people can't figure this out. People think that when that UFO, whatever I'm going to call it an airplane, turned, people are saying, oh no, that was the camera turning. I can't believe people would think that. I don't know why. But I mean, I could play a little bit more because there isn't the interesting parts coming up. So I'll just finish it out. It's worth it. So just so you know.
Those lenses are intended to provide a function. Focus, zoom, allowing pass through. And the thing with that is they're very expensive. You could Google these elements, especially germanium, and just see what they go for. So they try not to use these if they don't have to. They're just used on a...
Good question, Joe. What color can we expect for an emergency for that video of the day? Like a 911? Like if we had a 911? Wow. Okay. Rainbow. You'll see a rainbow of colors. Neapolitan. That's all I can do. I can't put a anything else with it. Yeah, it'll just have to be multi-color. I think all three colors would be in there. All right. That's what it'll be, a multi-color. It'll be a rainbow. All right, let's finish this out. I got to get out of here. Come on, let's finish.
So that being said,
I got more news.
When they want to have a path.
Oh my God.
All right. What they do is they use something like this. And this is what I call an infrared mirror.
Now, well, that's very interesting. Hey, Bob.
Reflect like a typical mirror. But
is this guy literally showing us a freaking mirror?
It's a metal. It's a highly polished metal.
Yes, Bob.
So it will reflect the daylight image, but what it's intended for is an infrared image. Now, they also have configurations like this. This is also an infrared mirror, but this one has 245.
And that looks like a bottle of Obsession I used to have when I worked at S4. We were only allowed to wear certain colognes, and I was allowed to wear Calvin Klein Obsession. It looks like the bottle I had.
245 degree
Interesting.
angle. And you can see when I turn, it rotates the image. So if the infrared is passing through this, and this is pointed back at you, they can also make one that is pointing forwards by means of boop, boop, boop. That kind of angling.
So that mirror can turn by itself, meaning it could turn the object. That's what the guy just said. If you turn it, it'll turn the object. What if the guys in the camera, because they're not that they don't know the camera that well because it's new, they were testing out those features and made it turn? I know they acted surprised. Wow, look at it turn. Woohoo, yeah, I know, but we don't know. Actually, there is a longer version of that video. We only see the cut version of it, the edited version. There's an uncut version of that video. Hold on a second. I'm going to go a little longer today. You know what I mean? Unedited Navy UFO. Let's see. Here it is. I believe this is the unedited version. And then we're going to get out of here. I want to see if this is it. I believe this is the just listen to what they say. It's interesting. Thanks to Dave Scott.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the SA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots to the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not. That is the LNS, dude. Well, if there's another thing.
Yeah, it was weird. See, they're turning. You can see the horizon. It's weird.
It's rotated.
Here's the bird.
Nickel 613, Roger, Roger. Oh, got it! Woohoo! Roger, shooting Did you box moving target?
Thought I was off camera.
No, I took an auto track. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow, look at that.
Also, my dad's friend says there's no way these guys should be acting this way. I guess it was a just training mission. But he said even in training, you never, ever, ever act that way. You always keep yourself within the hell's this? Kickstarter. I thought this was the uncut version. I thought we were going to hear things I never heard before. I don't like being... Maybe it's coming up. No. No, that was a good waste of time. Is this it? All right. Well, anyway, I'll put the links in the description like I always do. So this way you can watch them on your own, but it's very interesting. We may not be looking at UFOs. It may be a bird and a couple of jets. I don't know. I honestly feel in my heart that we are seeing an airplane, especially on that gimbal one, where people are saying, oh, it's turned totally, it's going to crash. I think that is, we're getting an optical illusion. I think the gimbal turned the camera and it made it look like, I don't know. See, it's very confusing. And I understand cameras. And by the way, if you want to go and skywatch, you want to capture UFOs, the Perseid meteor shower is, I think it's in its full glory today, right? Active from July 17th to August 26th. We're right in the peak. Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, or August 11th and 12th. That's today. So you can definitely see some of these. It's supposed to be a pretty good one. I went out the last couple of times, and you know how many I saw? A total of 3. And I was out for almost an hour each time, and I was very disappointed. But from what I understand, this is supposed to be a really good meteor shower. The moon will be about half full. That will interfere a little bit. Just look, away from it. But you'll still see them. Anyway, that's pretty cool. I'm glad that we're having some stuff happening outdoors. Get outside. Understand there's more to do outside than there is inside, right? Just get out there. Skywatch. Just use a regular camera, I think. You should use a regular camera. Cell phones are okay. It's just in case. All right, I gotta go. I got another good story or something coming up here in the next few hours. Moderators, and thank you very much for you and super chatters. Goof on. We'll be back in a little while. We will.